Hey guys, it's the DJ. Just thought I would do another stock market update today. The Dow was down 165 points by the end of the day. It was like going from like 80 points down to 160 all day. It tried to break into the green and just had a hard time doing it. Um, I was able to dump my Federal Express that I bought a couple weeks ago when they had their earnings report, and the Wall Street didn't like their earnings report, so it dove down, geez, 10-15%. And I bought some, I probably made like three or four purchases of it, and was able to sell it today. It was up like, geez, it was up a couple of bucks today. Let's see here. Federal Express. It was up 362. So I think I sold it at a little bit above that, like maybe $4 up. So as I said, I made my 8 or 9%, which turned into like 13K for 2 weeks of work, and not bad, not bad. Also sold some XLE. That I'm totally confused about. The Saudis came out yesterday and said that they were going to start pumping more oil, like 500,000 gallons more a day, and it went up $2.31 today. So I dumped like half of what I had in that stock, or it's an ETF, figuring what the hell, take some profits now. It hasn't been doing much of anything the last month. I bought into it again probably about a month ago, thinking, with what was going on in the Middle East, that maybe something would happen, right? Something would land somewhere and blow up something, and maybe that oil stocks would take a magnificent ride north, but never happened. So I think I made a couple of bucks off of that, and trimmed back on it a little bit. Let's talk precious metals, gold and silver. Gold was up 580 today, which is like nothing. Usually it's up like 30, $40. Silver's been kind of stable too. It's up like 15 cents today. It's holding at 36.90, right, 37-ish. Um, so I see some videos out there talking about something's going on with the IMF, which is International Monetary Fund, on Thursday, and maybe the United States can like get out of it or something, and it's going to impact gold and silver prices. There's also videos out there about there's some new rule that was just starting July 1st. Gold is considered a tier one asset, so banks can actually have it on their books as an asset. So someone's saying too that when banks start doing that, you're going to see the price of gold go through the roof. So I don't know. The price of gold and silver is really manipulated due to the COMEX, the futures market, which issues paper gold and silver. And the problem is they issue more paper than there is actual physical gold and silver. So you don't get the true value of gold and silver, which should be much higher. Just FYI. um, you know, just on, once again, we're not giving financial advice here. I'm just kind of telling you what I've been doing. But I remember buying silver for like 18, 21, $23, not more than maybe a year, 2 years ago. So it's on a wild ride, and I don't I don't second guess buying any of the precious metals that I have, and I have no desire to sell them in the near future. I do watch some of these metal channels, and some of the shopkeepers that deal in gold and silver are seeing a lot of people coming in and dumping their precious metals. So, could be just the people need some money. Could be that they think it's the bottom's going to drop out, but who knows? Um, as far as stocks that I'm buying, I bought some more Apple. I'm dollar cost averaging into some Apple stock. We'll see how that goes. I bought some Robinhood stock the last week or so. It went up nicely to like 94, 95, and now it's back down to 91. So we bought some more of that today. We'll see what happens in the near future. It was a reasonably priced stock, $91, and people love it. So they're doing a lot with cryptos and stuff like that. So getting a lot of press. So bought ourselves some of that. I sold some Nvidia today just to even out my holdings, and that took a little profit there. I still have a lot of Nvidia, lots of Nvidia. I might be buying my Chevy Corvette real soon. That's been doing nicely for me. I've had that for quite a while, but we'll see where that goes. Also bought some Marvel about a week ago, which is a semiconductor company, which our friend Nancy Pelosi has been buying some of that, or had some of that. Um, so I've been trying to. I reviewed all the stocks that Nancy Pelosi and her husband had, and kind of woven that into some of my purchases here. So they're really big in Apple and Nvidia. You can Google that and see all the other stocks that Nancy and her husband have gotten rich on. So I figured, why not, right? The other guy that I watch or used to watch was Warren Buffett. Although he's hoarding cash for the most part. I'm not sure he's buying that much in the stock market anymore. But there's another name. You can Google him. But problem with a lot of these people, by the time you find out what they bought or what they sold, it's usually a couple months later. So you've already taken the hit if they dumped it all. And but anyway, it's just a good rule of thumb to see what people potentially in the know are doing, right? That's always something you want to be on the lookout for. Um, the other stock that I'm waiting to unload is Google. I've been accumulating quite a bit of Google. Um, it's been having a hard go of it the last month or so, 6 weeks. And I'm waiting for their earnings report, which should be the end of the month here, to maybe give it some juice, and then I'll probably start dumping some of that. 7/22, the 22nd of this month, they're going to be doing their earnings report. We'll see what they have there. But as we've seen before, having a good earnings report doesn't guarantee anything, um, which is kind of a shame. But there you go. There you go. So that's about all I can. I've trimmed back on a lot of my Broadcom and Palantir and Palo Alto networks. Got a position in Salesforce. Decided to get me some Salesforce. I think that's a Nancy Pelosi stock. So there you go. There you go. Another stock I like, if it goes down a little more, is American Express. It's a little pricey. Went down like 575 today, but if it gets down to like 300, that's a buy, or 300 or below, that's a buy. Great company. It has a tendency to fluctuate quite a bit. So, speaking of fluctuation, look for a lot of volatility in the next week or so with all this trade stuff going on in the news. You're gonna see stocks swing left and right. Which, hey, that's kind of what I'm looking for, right? I'm looking for those stock swings, and that's where you can make some coin, my friend. That's where you can make some coin. So get yourself a list of stocks that you watch on a daily basis, and Get your dry powder together and get ready to make some money. Make some money when you see something go down and there's no clear-cut reason behind it, or it just doesn't make sense to you. That's the time to pounce, especially when it's a top-notch blue chip stock such as you know, Broadcom, American Express, Google, Nvidia, IBM, those type of companies. You can't lose, right? You may be stuck holding it for a couple of months if it goes down on you, but you should definitely dollar cost average in, right? Don't put all your dry powder into one purchase. Buy a little bit over time, over a couple of weeks, and you can kind of protect yourself that way too. So that's just a quick update, although it's like 11 minutes here. But anyway, like, share, subscribe, comment down below if you have any questions, and just wanted to give you guys an update.